Happy holidays, everyone!
We are grateful for you and your ongoing support and how you believe that together we can
stand with single mothers and their children experiencing homelessness. Hi, I'm Dakina Watson, the Shelter Community Manager for Charlotte Family Housing.
And I'm Marquita Henderson, Lead Housing Coordinator here at Charlotte Family Housing. Over 55,000 Charlotteans lack an affordable place to live. That's 3/4 of the Panther Stadium. And the pandemic has only caused a greater decrease in the inventory of housing available and an increase in the people who need it.
Lack of affordable housing leads to homelessness. But homelessness doesn't always look like the stereotypical sign holding and tent living that most folks assume. It often looks a lot more like
your neighborhood school bus driver who's living in her car,
your barista who served you your latte this morning,
your child's classmate in school,
unseen heroines struggling in unimaginable ways around us all.
And the most vulnerable in this crisis?
Single mothers and their children.
Charlotte-Mecklenburg ranked 50th out of 50 large cities for economic mobility, meaning that if a child is born poor in Charlotte, they are more likely to stay poor than in any of the other communities highlighted in the study. Being born into a family experiencing homelessness usually leads to repeating the cycle.
Among industrialized nations, the United States has the largest number of homeless women and children. 84% of families experiencing homelessness are female-headed.
71% of single-parent families are single-mom-headed. Single-parent families are among the poorest in our nation and thus the most vulnerable to homelessness.
Over 92% of homeless mothers have experienced severe physical and/or sexual abuse during their lifetime. Among all women experiencing homelessness, 60% have children under the age of 18.
So after decades serving our community, a collaboration of Charlotte social workers, shelters, and housing programs came together in 2011 to contemplate one question. What would it look like to come around
single mothers and their children
who are experiencing homelessness in Charlotte and do more than just throw them a set of keys, but actually empower them? And that's our origin story of
Charlotte Family Housing. We are a woman-led, majority-minority staffed nonprofit organization founded not as a program, but rather a movement of holistic, healthy interventions and advocacy. A movement that plays off the strengths of our heroines, single moms experiencing homelessness. A movement that wholeheartedly believes in the strength of these amazing families.
Since our inception, we've served over 1,300 families and almost 3,000 children. 96% of the families in our program are single moms of color and their children. 98% of our families sustained housing for at least 2 years after completing our program. 81% of the families graduating our program were able to maintain or increase their income since entry.
Unlike many shelter or housing organizations, our movement is a hybrid model that involves 3 facets designed to empower, transform, and heal. We need you.
This empowerment movement isn't possible without you. We need volunteers, we need resources, we need snacks.
Kids don't want to eat canned goods after school.
Air mattresses, full size, not travel size deodorant. Someone to clean our ovens when the kids are at school at the shelter. We need creativity and skills of all kinds and time invested. From shopping from our Amazon wish list for supplies to volunteering for workshop trainings, moving days, special events for our shelter and housing families, and so much more.
We have numerous ways for you to give your time, energy, and resources to make this movement a reality.
While our goal to eradicate family homelessness is audacious, we believe that together we can make it so that not one single mom and her children ever become homeless again in this city. We believe in the strength and resilience of the heroines we serve, and when given the space, time, tools, and love needed to soar, they will do so.
We believe that advocacy, self-sufficiency, stability, dignity, and peace of mind can break the cycles of upward mobility for which Charlotte has been historically known. That's actual progress. It's always been about more than housing. It's about hope.
Now I have the tools that they taught me and they showed me to actually take a minute and say, listen, this is what we need to do to get to the next step. I'm able to pay my rent on my own. I'm able to pay my bills on my own. And I'm able to save. And even though I was in a storm and I didn't have anybody, and Charlotte Family Housing opened their arms to us and showed us that we could still move forward. And once you walk through that door, this is what you're walking into, a new future, because the past is gone, but the future is what Charlotte Family Housing gives you.
Join us in this movement of
Empowerment, 2 generations at a time.